Welcome back to another episode of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your HUT lineup decisions. As of this recording, we are waiting for Team Builders to still come out, which has really felt like it's kind of slowed things down in terms of content because everyone is just waiting for them. And it gets me thinking about the way that content is currently released in NHL is that it's so predictable, yet like unpredictable in terms of the dates. And then everyone just gets kind of anxious that plays the game, a ton. And especially with this year, with the reduction in progression, where it's taking a lot longer to get higher overall cards, which means that more cards are viable, which is nice, but it also means that there isn't that like new freshness. I mean, in my no money spent team, I've kind of slowed down making 2 videos a week and just going to one simply because I'm not really enjoying my team. It's really the same cards, and I've been trying to use cards that I like, players that I like more than just whoever's the most competitive. And I'm still just everything's locked up for team builders, and part of that's on me. But I just, hopefully we see it. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions in this video about it. But yeah, let's get into the prior videos questions, guys. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I'm putting out a ton of YouTube shorts and things like that, and in terms of gameplay tips and stuff like that as well. You want to make sure for these videos you have your notifications on and subscribe so that you can get your question answered. And just to kind of give some hope to the players that maybe don't get their question answered immediately, I'm going to start at the top just for a little bit, and then we'll go back down to the bottom because usually it is first come, first serve. Stormcrown says, got into NHL first time this year. Game feels extremely overwhelming, and the complexity of the sets and future growth and events, I'm unaware of what makes me feel like I'm constantly pissing value away. Well, brother, I'll be honest with you. That's why I have a job. The confusing nature of Hockey Ultimate Team, it is very little innovation simply due to the tech available to them to release content. Yes, not even like the ideas and whatnot. The actual tech that allows them to put out new sets and formats for events to work is extremely limited. It has not changed really since 2015 when they made the jump to PS4 and Xbox Series X, which is the biggest issue of content. They've really kind of pushed it to the limits, and really now they're just trying to reinvent the wheel every time they come up with something new. Like the Captains event, where they went back in time to NHL like 21, and they made it where there's no upgradable MSPs, which sucks, but they allowed you to like trade in 85 event cards to get an MSP. It's just they're trying to do things that to make it more innovating and everything like that. But the problem is that you can't really innovate something that's been around for a decade. It just is what it is, and unfortunately, that's the issue we lay in. Makes everything feel horrible, and I can't see myself playing HUT in future years. Can't beat AI reliably on All-Star, but people online all just mention how AI on any difficulty is a joke. I feel completely lost. Okay, no worries here, brother. I totally understand, especially for new players. First thing you need to realize: goaltenders on any game mode in Hockey Ultimate Team are on All-Star. It doesn't matter what difficulty you choose in squad battles. The players outside of the net will be on Rookie or whatever. Goaltender will be on All-Star, and I think the thought process behind this is that they want, if you can score on Rookie, you could score online because it's, you see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the thought process. I think that's not the way to go. I think that if you choose Rookie, you should choose Rookie because it's very hard to score on goaltenders. That being said, man, they really had a rough launch with just adding in 15 new collectibles and all this. Just make sure, if you really want to get into the game, I have videos that come out every single week that will walk you through the easiest, HUT for Dummies format on every single event. So don't worry, I feel you, man. It is very confusing. I mean, if you watch my content hours when the new events and stuff come out, I have to sit there for like 30 minutes and try to figure it out, and I play this game for a living. Pierre says, "Hey Sleeves, what would you start saving your resources for team? When would you start saving your resources for Team of the Year? Any predictions for your Team of the Year?" So for anyone that doesn't know, Team of the Year are 6 cards, one for every position, but they've changed it to 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goalie, not a right wing, left wing, whatever. And it is the best players for the calendar year. And the great thing about these cards is that they come out in the beginning of January. It's always the first week of January. And they upgrade automatically. So with X Factors, a new card comes out. Let's say a Primetime McDavid comes out to 91 overall. His X Factor can now get upgraded to 91. You have to pay the cost. Very expensive one. Team of the Year, they upgrade automatically to match the highest overall card, which is huge, obviously. On top of that, they usually come with unbelievable amount of abilities. Their synergies are doubled. They're just very good cards. Again, boring format because everyone knows it's coming. When it comes to saving resources for Team of the Year, here's what's going to happen. My no money spent team, I'm in a unique spot where I'm going to get every single 90 overall team builder. The second the new team builders come out, I will get them all on my no money spent team because that is what I prepared for, to try and give myself the most leeway once team builders come out. I think that when you're free to play, you're playing catch up at the launch of the game, but because progression is so slow, it's allowed all the free-to-play players that play regularly to catch up to all the whales because they've really hammered down on progression. So I prepared, instead of chasing all of the best cards now, I've been chasing making sure I have enough resources to make every team builder. And why that's important is now I don't have to save all those resources I get every week for team builders. I'm not chasing that. What I'm going to do is every single card I get, I'm going to take tradable rewards, I think, which is a massive change. And again, I think it's very unique for my position. And again, my no money spent series will go over this. But for anyone that's going to have a majority of the new team builder cards, it's going to take 287s to make a 90, for example, just for anyone that doesn't know. I think that the thing that I'm going to do now, and for anyone that's in my position, is rivals take tradable rewards. It's going to be much less than what you would get for untradeable, but all that fodder you don't need anymore because two things. One, you don't need to trade all these cards in for team builders. You have them all. Obviously, you could save for future ones and things like that, but you don't have to worry about that for about two and a half months. Two, Mario and Gretzky and Howe are only going to fall in price. As the year goes along, when more tradable of them come along, more players have those cards because they're indefinitely able to be made. Like you can make them without any gambling. It just takes a long time. And now you're starting to see Gretzky and Mario go for like 700,000 coins. Howe is like 500. That's only going to keep coming down, in my opinion. So there's no reason to make those cards using 1,200 gold, NHLers or not NHLers, because that's actually costing you more. So I would rather just take the tradable and sell everything that I get and then buy who I want instead of being locked into the tradable rewards. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Now, when it comes to 83s and above, I would save. Anything that's 83 and above, save for Team of the Year. Everything below 83, don't use it for sets, save it. Jerome is the perfect fit for a fourth line checking forward. So my new video on No Money Spent that'll come out probably on Thursday mornings after rewards. I did Messier this week because I really need a new centerman. Excuse me, it's early. New centerman, and he's so good defensively. Couldn't score a single goal for me in my Hut Champs run. Like, just would not bury the big ones. And I'm excited because Jerome is one of my favorite players, as you can clearly see. And what I'm going to do is my free card that I can make, I'm going to make Jerome with, but he looks really fun. You're missing Andy Moog on Hut Hub? I will get that added right after this episode. Mikko Rantanen, Team Builder, would be nice. Or McKinnon would be nice. Team Builder of like current cards, I don't think that would really fit. Is having X Factor, Hughes, McDavid, and Eichel too many X Factors to have to power up your team? If so, who should I keep? It can be two. Well, the two would be... man. Eichel's just so good. Eichel is the best X Factor just purely out of the card. The reason why McDavid's so good... well, McDavid's card's so good is because he's going to get Team of the Year. Same with Hughes. No, Hughes won't. If you play Hut Champs and you can get 12 wins, you're fine. All right, let's go down to the bottom, guys. Make it fair. We'll go down to start at the first commenters. Sorry, I just wanted to throw in kind of the guys up top there. Ace Sleeves. Hope you and the family are well and enjoying December so far. I have Breezewad done, copy and pasted right from Google, attaboy. And I have enough 74 to 82 NHLers to make two more. And enough 74, 79 played to finish 99 or 66. Should I make two more or just one for now and see who the next round of team those would be, or just finish 66 or 99? Honestly, you could just do both and wait. Wait one more week, man. Like, it's already been 2 months. Another week of finding out and waiting is probably the play, just to see, right? I wouldn't rush out and make 66 or 99 and then be like, I really wanted that new team builder. So... hey, yo, love the content as always. Your videos are always a huge help. At the moment, I have X Factor, Marner, McDavid, Eichel, and Hughes. I also have Icon, Sedin, and Lidstrom. I'm a big Leafs and Canucks fan. I know this is too many power-up colors. What should I get rid of? The obvious choices are Marner and Sundin, but again, I'm a Leafs and Canucks fan. Thoughts would be appreciated. Guys, there's never too many power-up cards. I think that because you play at your own pace, you can always trade in all of your fodder to make power-up collectibles. And yes, it'll be very expensive, and what'll end up happening is you'll just be trapped in this cycle of upgrading these cards and not really upgrading the rest of your lineup, which, again, could get boring. But if they are your favorite players, please keep upgrading them. Like if you get all of the Toronto Maple Leafs icons, and there's a lot of them, or the Montreal Canadiens, and you're spending all of your stuff just upgrading them, that's fine. Go meet. It says, with endurance not going to go up with overall, how much would you value the endurance rating when evaluating cards? I have the Gallagher of Great Lemieux and Yager, my first line, but I haven't found a center that can keep up with them and win draws. I want to keep that line on the ice or offensive zones as much as possible, but I'm struggling with my center running out of energy before I can play before them, or if I play with someone with high endurance, they can't always win draws against Nieuwendyk. I'm hoping the next team builder set solves the problem for me and has a center with above 90 endurance and quick draw. Yeah, the Messier, man, like he can't score, but Mark Messier wins every single faceoff for me. Like I legitimately think I went 90% on the draws with Messier this week. And defensively hits everyone off the puck, even without truculence. Like, just that's why I made him. Like, I literally burned my fodder. Don't recommend. Because I really wanted a new centerman. I was so bored of Giroux. And he's been perfect. Hey, Sleeves, love the content. Just wondering when we should start saving for Team of the Year. Now, like, if you... go back and look at the fantasy event. The cost for those collectibles is going to be what Team of the Year is. It's going to be about $1 million or 700,000 to $1 million coins to make one team builder. Like you have to realize that, right? So you can kind of do the math on there. A blanket statement: save every 83 to 87 overall player. Do not sell. Just save it. That's it. Ace says, I'm getting a bit bored of my team, so I went out and got that 88 McKinnon with elite edges, which has been phenomenal. Do you think it's time to save a Team of the Year yet? I've got McDavid's X Factor, so I know I'm going to want his card. The question is, do I splurge and buy up 83s and 84s periodically, or just save my rewards each week? I usually get Elite 3 and Gold Rivals rewards. Thanks, man. You're the reason I play this game still. Well, first of all, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Second of all, you're not getting a ton of rewards there. So what you probably want to do is set your, like, if you do the math on 83s, I think 83s are a good value at 3,000. And every once in a while, you'll find them for that price. And maybe you buy them a ton then, or 84s. Anything that is 82 and below, I'm selling tradable. Like I said, blanket statement. And then, yeah, buy 83s, 84s, and 85s. Just do the math on it, right? Go and look and see what a good price is. The best times to buy are always going to be Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. The worst times is going to be Saturday through Tuesday. Can we please all make a push, EA NHL, to make a completely manual line change? It would both solve the issues with your AI changing lines that you wanted them to, as well as making the score goals the X player and get assists the X player easier because you wouldn't want to check your line. Oh, man, 100%. This has been an issue since NHL Online. Like, it's always been an issue. When you hit line change, I don't care where they are. If it's manual, they get off the ice. That'd be huge. 100%. Just like when you pull your goaltender. Like, you can pull your goaltender pretty much anywhere. Like, let him do that. Mark's better than Nieuwendyk. Disagree. Hey, Slaves, I'm pretty sure Gordie Howe was a switch hitter. He played with a straight stick blade. That's what I thought. So someone in the last video asked, why is Gordie Howe left-handed in his card art? I got a little bit of clarity on that from the developers. I guess for the card art, it didn't look good when he was carrying it right-handed, just from the way that they made the cards, and like his face and everything like that. So they got a picture of him when he's left-handed. So I didn't know that. Gordie Howe was just the most, like, could you imagine playing hockey back then for like 30 years? Just how dangerous the game was. Like, no helmets, like, no safety, reckless abandon, fighting. Fighting is legitimately just UFC on ice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's unbelievable that this guy was able to do all of that for as long as he did. Just built different, man. I don't know how. It's nuts. What's up, Sleeves? Where's that best of 7 with Nasher? Nasher stopped playing the game. Come on now, guys. You know this. It's all for the first month of the game, my man Telfer. Yo, Kim, what's the deal with power-ups not being used for Master Set players anymore? It's a huge commitment now. So, again, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, them trying to reinvent the wheel and come up with a new format for an event. The issue is that you can't reinvent something that has been done for a decade. I think they tried something. I don't blame them for trying new things, but it ended up being a miss in the sense. I hate the fact that they don't have power-up master sets. The whole point behind it is that you can get no money spent players that can get in at a very cheap cost that allows them to participate in the event and then upgrade at their own pace. When you remove that, you're making them spend all of their resources to get a card that they can't really test out and know if they want, like Messier. I think Messier is a great card for the third or fourth line. As a no money spent player, I would have waited or maybe gotten him for free because he can't score a goal to save his life. So, but he's unbelievable in the third or fourth line center role. This is a major issue. I hope they don't do it again. If the developers are listening to these videos, I don't know if they do. Please, I appreciate the attempt here, but please go back to the upgradable format. All of the community just does not like the format. There's a reason why it changed in 2000 or in NHL 22. All right, Ace Slays. First hut in a year, so I have a question about choosing my favorite player. I'm a 99 over 66 fan, and I was lucky enough to pull the 86 Gretzky on Tradable. Oh, I see where this is going. I'm about to have enough of my first Hour Con. Would you do the 91 Gretzky because he's my favorite player, or do Mario because I have the 88? I've not played Hut in years. I'm just unsure about how impactful that +3 will be versus how long I'd have to wait to do a second one. I really only put in Hut rewards. Thanks so much. Ooh, that's tough because technically you have the player. Be real with yourself. How long will it take you to get 700,000 coins? If it's more than 2 months, I would just make Gretzky because he's your favorite player. Not to mention, I think Gretzky's the better player now. Nieuwendyk will be better, far better in April and so forth. But yeah. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you again for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, notifications on, and make sure you come and check out the live streams. Twitch.tv/NoSleeves12. Every day that there's new content, so Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I'm live on Twitch. We get like 1,000 people in there just checking out the new content, so make sure you do. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.